Okay, I just launched a poll. Hopefully you can all see it. We are trying to find out how many of you use spec ads when you visit a client or email a client. And I've heard a lot of people use different terms. So if you call them something other than spec ads, just I'm referring to an idea that you can take to show your client or your prospective client how they can advertise. So do you take them out? Would you like to be able to take out more? So let us know in the poll. We're getting a lot of yeses, a lot of sometimes, and 100% you would like to be able to use them more often. So that is good. That's what we're here for. All right. And if anybody does call them something other than spec ads, I've heard suggested ad, an ad style guide. If you have any other names for them, we'd love to know what you call them. So you can type that in the chat and we'll take a look at those later. Okay, so let's end the poll now. It's about 1:05, so let's get this party started. Okay. So welcome everybody. My name is Bethany Weidenhammer. I am with Metro's Client Services Department. Welcome to today's webinar, Sales Call Strategies for Closing Up to 90%. And as you may have guessed, it's all about spec ads. And it's no secret that spec ads can greatly improve your chances of making a sale, but using them does take some degree of preparation. And I'm sure there are a lot of you out there who have sketched an idea onto a napkin, the back of a receipt, or whatever scrap of paper you had handy because you had a meeting coming up and you couldn't wait for someone to create one for you. Well, the good news is with Metro's Ad Wizard, you in sales can generate professional looking spec ads and they're personalized with your advertiser's contact information. You can do it in just a few easy steps with just an internet connection and your web browser, and you can do it when you need it. So no napkins and no waiting. For any of you who aren't already familiar with the wizard, I'm so excited for any of you who are familiar with the wizard, I am so excited to show you all the new enhancements that we've made recently because we have added features that so many of you have been asking for since the original wizard's launch. Like, can you add a logo? Can you change the size of the ad? Yes, you can, and I'm going to show you how. Plus a lot more features too. And then after our tour of the wizard, Pulse President John Marling is going to give you a preview of the wizard's integration with Pulse Sales Tools. I have to change my slide here so you can see all this. They're working. Oop, there we go. So he's going to give you a preview of the wizard's integration with Pulse Sales Tools. And together, Wizard and Pulse create powerful presentations that combine Pulse's data and Metro's creative. And that combination has given our mutual clients an easy to use 1-2 punch that has resulted in close ratios as high as 90%. After we're done with the presentations, we will leave time for questions. So if you have any along the way, definitely jot them down and we'll get to them. We are also recording the webinar. So if you have to duck out early, you will get an email tomorrow with a link to the recording and some other helpful links too. All right, so let me switch gears here and jump to the website. And I'm going to turn off my video so that you can see this site and not me here. Okay. All right, before we jump into the wizard, I am going to show you a couple of things on our website, a couple of places that can help you get inspiration, places to go for ideas and help you plan. So right now I'm on the homepage and the sales tools area, this is the perfect place to go if you're in sales. And when you're ready to start creating ads, you can jump to the wizard right here where it says create a spec ad. So we'll get to that. But you can also search the rest of our database here. There are links to the calendar. If you scroll down, there's all kinds of helpful information here, links to certain types of ads. There's a link to the search book here and all kinds of stuff that you can explore. I'm going to show you the calendar because the calendar is a good place to start for planning, and you've got to plan before you can even figure out who you're going to take ads out for. The current month is here. There's a link, but since we're at the end of June, if you go to the calendar menu here, you can choose any month that you want to plan for. So I'm going to start us with July. And here you're going to see a list of bestsellers. So these are going to be like the top advertisers for the month. And you also have monthly, weekly, and daily events. These events are just more opportunities for businesses to advertise, more reasons to advertise. And July has a lot of really great events like air conditioning appreciation days, go after your HVAC companies, dog days of summer. You can use this for any advertiser. National Anti-Boredom Month, and so many food months, holidays, I don't know. Okay, wait, I've got a whole lot of people raising their hands. Let me check this out before I find out that something is going wrong. Except I don't know where to see the hand raising. All right, so you can type in the Q&A if you need to. So many great food, holidays, celebrations going on in July. You've got blueberries, deli salad, hot dogs, ice cream, watermelon, and National Grilling Month is in July. So that can encompass a whole range of different foods. You can target restaurants to promote that. So if you have businesses that don't advertise, the calendar events could be just what they need to get on board. So find something that can relate to them. And for the businesses that do advertise, it's an opportunity. Oh, my voice is in and out. Okay, that's not good. Turn my volume up a little, see if that helps. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so if you couldn't hear me, we're in the calendar up here in the top right-hand corner. And we're going to July for events. So these are different events that you can use that your advertisers can use to promote these things. So hold on. Okay. So take a look at these events. If you have businesses that regularly advertise, these could give them reasons to change it up a little bit, draw more attention to themselves, and you can print this out too, so you always know what's coming up. Oh, you still can't hear me.
I can hear you fine.
You can hear me? All right.
Yes.
Is everybody having a problem hearing? Is it just a couple of people? Okay. All right. A lot of people are saying it's fine. So it might just be a couple of people. So it will be recorded. So if it's not working, you'll get a recording and hopefully that'll sound fine. So, all right. So that's the calendar. So check this out, plan some events, and they're also great for social media too. You can put some of these up on your Facebook page. The other place I want to show you is the search book. So that is in the top left corner. We update our content weekly, and then every month we launch a search book that shows you everything that's new. So there's one for every service. We're going to go to the Metro newspaper service because that's the one that you should all have. And you can flip through here. You've got the money makers at the beginning, which are basically the hot topics. I've got my volume up really loud. Now it sounds really loud when I turn these pages. The top ad sales prospects. These are the top advertisers, and July is all about summer travel and summer activities, lots of dining, and some back to school starting. Here's a dog days of summer ad, which I love this silly little dog with a lei and sunglasses. And these all have coordinating web and mobile. So if you're trying to increase your digital presence or your client's digital presence. These all have coordinating web and mobile ads, so it can help with that. You've got special section starters for summer travel and more food and back to school, yard sales. So you can take a look at these. Contests, every month we do a bunch of contests, and these are just a really fun way to get your readers engaged and involved. So there's a best of the barbecue recipe contest, so you can check that out. Marketplace ad. Summer is a good time for car care too, because you want to make sure that your car is ready to go for summer travel. And you've got directory listings here for advertisers that don't want to spend a lot, and you've got small space ads. Now, something like this, you're not going to be able to do in the wizard because it's an ad made up of smaller ads. But what you can do is print this whole thing out so you have the big picture to show your advertiser. And each one of these smaller ads will be available in the wizard so that you can customize them. And we're going to come back to that. Shop local content every month. And the July issue is just packed full of gorgeous, bright, colorful, sunny, beachy photos. HVAC, there's a photo here that'd be good for HVAC for National Air Conditioning Appreciation Days. Landscapers, gardeners, back to school, which hopefully will look a lot more normal this year. And it's just nice to flip through photos of people that aren't all wearing masks. More food. Have I mentioned July is really big on food? Lots of summer foods. So this comes out once a month. You get an email and a pop-up to let you know when the issue is ready. So just pop in here, look through it, get some ideas, because you may not have realized that you need a dog wearing sunglasses drinking a fruity beverage until you saw it on the page here. And then now you need to find an advertiser to put this dog into an ad for, because he just needs to be seen. Coloring panels, retro content, icons, just so much gorgeous stuff here. There's a whole page for national, that would be perfect for National Grilling Month. You can put together a whole campaign for an advertiser using a different image for each ad. Right? And if you see something that you like, you can click on a page and it will take you right to that content in the creative library. So let's back up a bit here. Let's go back to that marketplace ad. All right, so let's say I want to pull up some of these smaller ads in the wizard and take them out. So I'm gonna click on the page. Takes me right into the creative library. So all the images on the page are on the left, all the ads are on the right. So here is my full page. So I can do a print preview to just print out the generic ad. And then anytime you see this little magic wand, this is open in my ad wizard. That's what's going to happen. You select this ad and it's going to open right up in the wizard for you. And then you can enter your advertiser's business information to customize it. So you can take the smaller ad out that's personalized and then show them the big picture of what the whole thing will look like. All right, so this little magic wand, this is going to be your link from, so you can get ideas in the search book, jump here, and then go right to the wizard. Now, I want to make sure that you know how to get directly to the wizard if you already have some ideas and you're just ready to get started. So I showed you from the sales tab, the create a spec ad here. Once you're on the site, there's a tab for the wizard, so you can get there from there. And from the search menu from anywhere on the site, you can go to My Ad Wizard right from there. All right, and the wizard it's just 3 simple steps. Step 1, you're gonna enter your advertiser's information. Step 2, you're gonna choose a template. And step 3, you're going to customize it if you want and share it with your client. So let's get started here. You're going to hit create new advertiser and you can enter your advertiser's information here. I don't want to have you sit and watch me type. So I'm going to pull one that we've already started. So this is one of the new features right off the bat. Now, when you enter an advertiser in the wizard, it saves it. So you don't have to do it each time. So I'm going to pull one here that we have already. And you can upload a logo right here. Now, I've already got one uploaded. So again, you don't have to watch me do all that stuff, but you would just click here, browse your computer and select a logo. And we're on to step 2. Step 2, we're going to search. So I really like that Dog Days of Summer ad that we saw in the top ad sales prospects. So I'm going to type in pets. And if you're using more than one keyword, you can click exact match. And this pull down menu here, you can search for just print ads or just web ads, but now you can search specifically for print ads that have coordinating web ads. Okay, we're gonna find the print ad here, and then we'll tackle the web ads when we get to step 3. More filters is going to let you narrow your search by orientation or ad size. And you can also adjust the number of results that you see on each batch. So here's my Dog Days of Summer. Just click on the thumbnail and we're on to step 3, where you're gonna be mesmerized by the wizard sparkles. All right, so here we go. Now, we already have a personalized SPEC ad. It's got the advertiser's information in it here. So if that's as far as you want to go, that is fine. You can share it from here as a PDF by email, or you can print it. Whenever you share it, it's going to prompt you to save it first to a presentation. And you can take out a single ad to share, or you can take out an entire presentation, which is also something new. But since this webinar is all about showing you all the bells and whistles, we're not going to stop here. Customize button. This is where all the rest of the magic happens. So the things that you can do now are you can edit the client's information here if you need to. You can add the logo to the ad. So we uploaded it with our advertiser, and this is where you're going to place it on the ad. You can hide the social media icons. You can adjust the size of the ad. So logo and size, those are the 2 most commonly asked questions. So now you can do them. And color, you can change it to black and white if you want. So let's add the logo. The first thing I need to do is take off the name as text. So right at the top, I'm going to click the little X next to the company name. So that's going to take it off of the ad. So I have a lot more freedom to put my logo on. Now I'm going to hit place on ad. There you go. And this is my favorite part. This is so cool. Look at this. You can just drag it around and you can drop it wherever you want. And you can drag the corner to size it so that you can make it fit. It's got a lot of flexibility. And then just hit done. And if you decide you need to tweak it a little bit more, just click it again and it'll pop you right back into edit mode. So now you've got your logo. And if you don't have a logo for a client, you can always go to their website and do a little screenshot, or right click and do save image as and grab it that way. So now that we have done our customizing, I'm going to save it. So I'm going to click the save button, and you can give it a job number if you want. You can add specific notes, and you can save it to an existing presentation, or you can create a new one. So I'm going to save it to this one. Hit save as. All right, now for the web ads. The add options button here. This is where you're going to see all the different web template sizes. So I'm going to choose one. And we're going to sparkle again. There we go. So here's my banner. Just grab the logo, drag it where I want it to go, make it a little bigger, and hit done. So now I'm going to save this as a separate ad. So I'm going to use the save as button. So this is one little tricky part here. If you hit the save button, it's going to overwrite your previous ad. So instead of ending up with 2 ads, I'm going to replace the print ad with this web ad, and that's not what I want. So I want to do a save as. And again, I can give it a job name number if I want and add notes. And I'm going to save it to the same presentation. So this is going to save it as a separate ad. If I was just making changes to the existing ad, then I would use save. And you can go through and you can do this for each one of the web sizes. And you can also, so I chose to do a print with digital for this example. But if you wanted to give your advertiser several different just print options, you can click change template on the left. That will take you back to step 2. So you can do another search, find a different layout that you like, and then customize that and add it to your presentation. So you can have multiple different options to present to your client. So now let's check out our presentation. And on the left, I'm gonna hit open presentation. So here we have my presentation. I added a couple ahead of time so that you didn't have to watch me do all of them. I've got 4 ads that I can present to my customer. I've got the print and 3 digital ads, 3 web ads. And from here, if I am in person with the client and I have a tablet or a laptop, I can hit this present button and I can just scroll through the ads and they look bright and beautiful on my screen, especially this one. So I can show them off that way. You may also want to have a print leave behind of the presentation. So the share button, or if you're not going to be there in person or have internet connection, you can share by PDF as an email or print. So let's do PDF. And you can customize the title and the notes again, decide how many ads you want per row. And my other PDF in the background there. So here is the presentation. So I can print this out, I can attach it to an email, leave it as a leave behind with the client. There's an area for me to make notes when I'm talking to the client. And then, just keep in mind, it's still not going to be a perfect ad because it still has some generic information in there, but it has the advantage of having their name and their logo, and they love to see that in print. And it gives them an idea, somewhere to start. Then when the ad sells, you need to share it with your designer. So there are a few different ways that you can do that, and depending on how you usually communicate with your designer. If they're in-house, you can hand them this PDF with your notes on it, with the instructions for what they'll need. And the second number under each of the ads is the Metro file name. They'll plug that into the Creative Library, and then they can download the InDesign or Quark package or Photoshop file for the web ads, and then make any changes that you need from there. The other option, a couple other options. If the ad is perfect the way it is, there's a little download button here. You can download a camera-ready PDF. Well, for the print ad, download a camera-ready PDF. For the web ads, you can download a JPEG. Or if a lot of people will take the print ad and they'll just stick it on their Facebook page as is, or put it on their website as is. So you could download this as a JPEG if you want to put it on the web. But then there's also this production files link. If you click that, it's going to take you into the more options window of MCC. So you can copy this link at the top of the page, the URL, and you can paste that into an email, or you can paste it into an online order form if that's how you're requesting your ads. And when the designer clicks it, it'll take them right to the screen. And they can download the InDesign or Quark package from here, or if it's a web ad, the Photoshop files. Just the one thing to note is whenever they download the files, it's going to be our original generic ad. It's not going to have your client's information in it. So if you share with them that PDF that has it all spelled out, they can just put it right back in again, and whatever other instructions you have for them. Also too, one other way is if you're using project sharing, you can add it to a project from here and then share your project with your designer. Or if you're sharing it with the rest of your team, you can share it that way too. So let's go back to the wizard. All right. Some other things you can do from a presentation. If you want to add more ads, you can click new ad here and it will take you back to step 2. So you can do another search and find more templates to add. If you need to edit any of the ads, this little one with the pencil, edit in wizard, that'll take you right into step 3 and open this ad so you can make further changes to it. This pathway at the top, this kind of shows you where you are in the presentation, in the overall presentation world. I don't know. Pause and clause summer. This is the name of the presentation that I'm doing right now. Pause and clause. This is, if I click on this, it's going to show me all of the presentations that have been done for this particular advertiser. And this is where it will have the name of your account or your paper. And if you click that, it's going to show you all of the presentations that have been done within your company. So all the sales reps at your paper, it's going to show all the presentations. So you can kind of see the thumbnails and see what other ad layouts some of the other reps have been using. And you can filter this by advertiser or by sales rep. So if you end up using the wizard a ton, which I hope you do, you'll see a lot of presentations. So those are quick ways that you can filter. And then you can hit return to wizard here, and that'll take you back to the wizard. And from anywhere in the wizard, if you want to just go immediately to your presentations, you can click Saved Presentations in the top corner here. So quick and easy. If there are people on that are not currently subscribing to the wizard and you want to check it out, contact us, and we'll put up the contact information at the end. We can set you up with a free trial, and that way you can see how it can work for you too. Now I'm going to turn it over to John Marling from Pulse. He's going to show you more about how the wizard integrates with the Pulse sales tools. He is the president of Pulse Research, and if there are any of you that get both Pulse and the wizard, if you don't already have the connection, again, let us know, and we can link the two services together so that you'll be able to connect them both. So let me just.
Thank you, Bethany. I am ready.
All right.
Screen, please.
Clicking all my buttons here, trying to find you. Here we go. Make host. All right. You should be able to
there we go.
To see it now.
Can you see the screen? Welcome from Pulse.
I can, yes.
All right, awesome. On behalf of the Pulse team, I want to thank you very much for the opportunity to get together. And I want to extend a special thanks to our friends at Metro Creative Graphics for the opportunity to work together to deliver for you guys a 1-2 presentation breakthrough. You know, I was, because of the pandemic, there we go, hadn't been out around the country much. And I decided to harp on the RV. That actually is an RV, but I thought it was a kind of cool picture of an RV, to listen and learn. So much has changed, you know, in our world, and obviously also with our businesses world, you know, since the pandemic started. And I wanted to get an update. I wanted to find out what's happening out there so that we at Pulse could do a better job, be more in tune with your real world and what your needs are. And so as I was traveling around the country, I wanted to listen and learn. And so one of the stops I made, I was just chatting with one of the ad reps, and I was talking to her, hey, what's working? What is most effective for you today? And she was very excited to share with me that she was closing up to 90% of her presentations. Well, that obviously got my attention as a former ad rep. And I said, well, how do you do it? And she said, well, it's really, really simple. And she said, number one is I show the business the opportunity from Pulse. In other words, the big number, how many potential customers for that business category. And she said, that gets them really interested. And she said, the reason is because that's the information they're interested in. What's in it for them? What's their opportunity? And obviously, sharing with them the number of potential customers projected by Pulse gets their attention. She says, once I've got their attention and show them the opportunity, then I show them a spec ad from Metro Creative Graphics. Here's how to reach those potential customers. And she said, that has given me a success ratio of up to 90%. And I'd like to quickly share with you how Pulse and Metro are working together to provide you with this opportunity, 1+1 with a 90% breakthrough. So now we're on the Pulse homepage. And for those of you who have Pulse, we appreciate it. And I'll share with you in a moment, if you don't have Pulse, a complimentary offer from Pulse and Metro for the Pulse sales tools and the integration with the ad wizard that you're going to see here. So let's start with some prospects. So one of the most popular prospecting tools from Pulse is the business categories that are most sold by ad reps just like you across North America. And so it'll bring up here over 550 business categories. Now, just as a reminder, these are the business categories that Pulse asked shopping intention, and it has over 500. So Pulse merely asks the questions a business would ask, like, do you plan to shop at a furniture store over the next 12 months? What do you plan to buy at a furniture store? Do you or your family plan to use an auto repair shop? What are your needs? So Pulse, once again, very simply, just ask the questions the businesses would ask. So let's take a look here at repair shop. So Pulse has put here at your fingertips a list of the business categories that are most sold. So quite simply, what's selling most today? Realtors, followed by car dealers, family style restaurant, furniture store, and auto repair. And Bethany mentioned, get your car ready for your family vacation. We just click on find, and up will come a Google mashup that will provide you with a list of businesses in a map, and you can obviously change the zip code and zero in right on a specific area. And you can come down here and select a specific auto repair business. And what Paul suggests is click on connect, and what would you like to do? Well, obviously, you need to get the appointment. And so Pulse provides for you the words to say, the suggested breakthrough, what's in it for the business. So let's click here on phone call. So we're going to give them a phone call to set up the appointment. So we click here on phone call. And there's two options right at your fingertips here. One is, in a lot of cases, you have to leave a voicemail. And so what Paul suggests is, and this is the best practice, is make sure they understand that you've got information about and for their business. What we found out from an auto repair shop survey, because that gets their attention, a survey about and for their business, auto repair survey, furniture survey, real estate survey, appliance survey, you get the idea. That grabs their attention. And so in the message you're leaving here, watch for an email I'm going to send you with how many local households say, I need an auto repair, okay? Now, if you're lucky and you get the person on the phone, right at your fingertips here is not a robo script per se, but just the talking points. Once again, the most important best practice is to make sure they understand it's their research, that the question was asked about and for their business. Auto repair shop. Thought you might like to find out what we found out. And here's one of the talking points. And this is what the ad rep said. This is the big number that grabs their attention. 11,660 households in this example for this publication are going to use an auto repair shop in the next 90 days. We also found out there's over 22,000 that need an auto change. Would you like to get together? I've got more information because we asked about alignment. We asked about tune-ups. We asked about tires. And so, yeah, I'd like to get together. Why? Because now they're interested, because it's about and for their business. And so when they say, yes, let's get together, Pulse automatically creates for you a very simple presentation. And we call this our flyer. And it really grabs the attention of the business. It's got the big number, what's in it for them once again. And look at this. It's got more detail of opportunities for their business, from oil change, brake replacement, tune-up, alignment, etc. So you're preparing for the presentation. You've got your appointment now. So Pulse would suggest that you print the flyer. So you just click on print. And there you go. You can just print it. Now you've got it to take out. But now let's create a spec ad to show Monroe Auto Service Center how to get a larger share of 11,660 households that are reached by the Daily Globe, the example in this presentation. Number one, once again, here's the opportunity. That grabs their interest. Then let's show them how to get a larger share, how to reach those 11,660 households that are reached by your publication. So then all you have to do is click on spec ad, and it'll take you right into the Metro program. And because Pulse automatically records the advertiser, it takes you into step 2. And you just put in the keywords, auto repair, okay? And just click here on exact match, and it brings up, as Bethany just showed you, a wide array of both print and web ads to take out. So you select an ad that you like here. So let's select this ad right here. And the wizard does its magic and populates that ad for you. And then all you have to do is you can either print it right now and take it out with the flyer, the opportunity that you just printed, and print your spec ad right now. Simple, fast, you're out the door to show them the opportunity and how to reach them. We would suggest that you save your spec ad to your Pulse presentation. So it's simple as clicking on Save Ad in Pulse, okay? So you click on Save Ad in Pulse, and it takes you back to your Pulse presentation. And now, right at the top of your Pulse presentation, you click on View Ad, and it'll just show you how quickly and effectively it works. It takes you back into Metro and to that specific ad that you just created for that business. So in summary, you can create a flyer presentation showing the opportunity, or another presentation that Pulse has is the one page. It also shows you can include in a one-page presentation a specific campaign proposal. And so for those presentations, the great news is that you can attach very quickly a spec ad to go with that presentation. So now let's go back to Pulse, because throughout Pulse, we have embedded into our Pulse sales tools multiple ways to create a spec ad. Another popular prospecting tool we have is the geo-prospecting, where we set up a integration with Google Mapping. And so you can pull up businesses. Oh, let me click here on the prospecting again. I clicked on the wrong one, sorry. Click it, there we go, on the sales territory map. And then you can click on a particular business. And let's say here, Sammy's Hilltop. And then you can click on Create Spec Ad. It's simple and as fast as that. And then when you create a spec ad, it'll take you into your Metro program. Let me just go back here. Wasn't a very good example, my apologies. I'm going to do another search on our prospecting. Seems to you to live program some things. We go to audience buying power. That's a great one. Why? Because it shows not only the number of potential customers, but the potential spending. And this is another way to really grab the attention of a business, okay? So let's go down here, used vehicle dealership, and look at that. In this example business, $33.2 million of opportunity. I think you'll agree with me, that'll grab their attention. They will want to get a larger share of it. So let's click on Find here, okay? And click on a particular business, in this case, used car dealership. Click on Connect, and what do you want to do? We want to do a spec ad. So we click on Spec Ad, and it takes you right into Metro to create a spec ad. And now let's click in Used Vehicle, okay? Used Auto Dealer. Once again, very quickly, Ad Wizard, love it, create some spec ads for you. You click on one, and the wizard does his thing and creates that spec ad for you, for Frank Boucher Chrysler. And then what we're going to do in this case is we're going to save that ad to your account in Metro. And so we click here. Obviously, we can print it. We can customize it like Bethany pointed out. And now we're going to save it. And as Bethany pointed out, you can put in a customer number. You can name the presentation. You can put in notes. And then obviously you can save that presentation to that business account in Metro. And then all you have to do from Pulse is when you're in Pulse, and we'll go return here to Pulse, you can go to that business and then go into your Metro and access that ad. Another way, and this is very, very efficient, and let's go back to our homepage if we might. Down at the bottom of your Pulse homepage, you've got a list of the presentations that you've created for easy access, okay? And so one of the presentations that I created the other day was for Regions Bank. And so you just click on the icon. In this case, it's the one-page presentation. And I had previously created a spec ad to go with my Pulse presentation. Once again, the opportunity. And then we just click on View Ad, and it takes you right into Metro and very quickly displays for you that the spec ad that you created previously tied it into your Pulse presentation for Regions Bank. You just click here on Share, and you can email, you can print it, and engage with the business. Simple and as fast as that. So returning to Pulse here, a couple of quick things in wrap up, if I might. Go back here to the presentation. There we go. If you would like complimentary access to Pulse, Pulse and Metro have set up an account that you will have access with our compliments to 25 of the hot business categories. You'll be able to identify prospects, get the words to say in a phone call or email, create flyer presentations like you showed you. It'll be totally integrated with your Metro account, and we'll set up accounts for each one of your team members, and you will get unlimited use between now and the end of the year. And to sign up for your complimentary Pulse account, just go to pulseresearch.com/connect, or send an email to sales@pulseresearch.com, or send me an email, marlene@pulseresearch.com. I'd also like to point out we're now updating the research data. Pulse on a regular basis asks the questions the businesses would ask of newspapers, readers, and website visitors. It's very, very simple to have your publication participate in, and it's totally complimentary. Just go to pulseresearch.com/survey, and it's as simple as 1, 2, 3 to participate. We've got some example newsletters to send out. In other words, send an invitation, put an invitation in your morning breaking news newsletter to the survey. Send an email blast to your list. Put a social media post. There's also ROP ads, digital ads, etc. And so promoting the survey will make sure that your audience is included in the sample. So on behalf of the Pulse team and Metro, we appreciate very much the opportunity to together support you with the ability to, number one, share with them the opportunity for their business of your audience, and then two, with a spec ad from Metro Creative Graphics, show them how they can very effectively reach that audience with that spec ad and get a larger share. So thank you very much, and I'll turn it back over to Bethany. If you have any questions or anything I could assist with, once again, my email is marlene@pulseresearch.com. So go back here to Zoom, oops, and turn it back over to Bethany. So I'm stopping my share.
All right, so my turn. Let me, oops, now I lost my Zoom. Hold on, share screen. All
I'm
right.
going to make you the host again.
Did you make me the host? Okay, there we go.
There we go.
All right. So here we are. Here's our contact information for both of us. We're going to open it up to questions now. And thank you, John.
Thank you.
That was very good information for everybody so that those of you using both services can navigate them. I keep losing my chat window. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me open all my chats and Q&As and everything here. All right. So if you have any questions, now's the time. Like I said, it'll be recorded. So if you can't stick around, you can also email us if you have any questions and we'll get back to you with the answers. Let's see what we have in here already. Let's see. Is there a way to edit the text in the body of the ad from my ad? For example, if I want to take the BOGO portion off or remove a service they don't offer. No, that's one thing that we haven't done yet. We felt the logos and the size, those were the two biggest questions. So we're starting there. But we are always looking for, suggestions. So I think that is something that's possibly on the list for future updates. But right now you can't, but just remember that your designer can always make those changes for you. So once you sell the ad and you find out specifically what they want the offers to be, then you can send it to your designer and they can put in the specific ones. Same question anyway, we can edit other pieces of ad copy. All right, does this work for Canada? Wizard does, yes. John, no, Canada, Pulse isn't available in Canada. That's correct?
On a selective basis.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? Not a lot of questions. We must have done a good job. All right. Well, wait, let me check the chat. If a customer has a logo that's not transparent, can Metro make it transparent? That's something we started tossing around. At the moment, no, but we've been toying with the idea. I don't know if it's something that will happen or not. So, I mean, you could always try to find an ad that has more blank space, more solid color space so that you don't notice it so much. And again, it's just a spec. Your designers can always make it perfect and work around those quirky little things. Anyone else? All right, and there is a short survey after the webinar too. We really appreciate feedback. If you can take a few minutes to fill that out. If you can't, there will be a link in the email that goes out too. So you'll have a second chance to try again. But we use that information to improve our webinars and make sure that we are getting you everything that you're looking for, and to make sure that the services are everything you need. Let's see, anything else? John, this one's for you. Is the data gathered by Pulse from large cities or smaller towns?
It's gathered from an array of all size publications, across the country. We have state press associations partnered promoting the survey, corporate groups, individual publications. And so it's broken out by region, by state, or some of our individual publications promote it aggressively, consistently, and get their own sample. So in answer to your question, it's representative of community newspapers across the United States. Okay.
All right. Anybody else? And if you're typing a novel for your question and you're not a fast typer, you could just type wait, and that way I'll give you a minute to finish typing. I don't see anything else coming through. So thank you all for attending, and I hope you've all learned something new. And if you have any other questions, if you prefer a one-on-one webinar or for your own paper or individual, we can always set up training on an individual basis too. The recording will come in an email tomorrow. Feel free to share that with anyone who missed it. And again, if you need to do a trial of Metro or Pulse, reach out and we'll be happy to help you with that. All right. Thank you all so much and have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Thank you.